Hi there, Miranda Alt here with Keller Williams Success Realty and the Miranda Alt team with your Friday follow-up. What is going on in the real estate market right now is mortgage rates are holding. We were anticipating that we would see a spike in mortgage rates after July 15th, but we are not seeing that happen. Right now, mortgage rates are holding in the high fives, low sixes. I know one of my clients just got locked in at 5.625. So we are seeing the mortgage market stabilize. Now, when I Googled what are the most frequently asked questions about real estate right now, there's a lot of questions about, is the housing market going to crash? Are prices going to crash? Are prices in Illinois going to crash? And the answer to all of that is pretty much no. We do not anticipate prices crashing. We are still in a seller's market. We still have very low inventory. And all of these markets are measured by how many homes we are going to be able to sell with how many buyers out there. So again, the age-old economic principle of supply and demand. And we still have very low supply to meet the demand. So we're not going to have that change anytime soon. So prices are not going to come down unless inventory spikes, which is not going to happen. So I had a buyer recently going out this week looking at a property, and it was a beautiful home, and there was a lot of showings going on all at the same time. So we are anticipating a multiple offer situation, and they really had thought that they had gotten away from that after June, and that we weren't going to be seeing the multiple offers anymore, but we really still are. So the giant question that they were asking, well, how much should we offer? If we know that it's going to go for over list price, how do we even try and figure this out? So I'm going to share with you what I shared with my client. It's a document that I have access to, and here it is. This is from the service that I subscribe to called MBS Highway, and that is Mortgage-Backed Securities Highway. It is a service put together by Barry Habib, the chief economist, or the economist that's won the Crystal Ball Award for 3 years in a row from Zillow, because he's been able to predict the future to the most accurate level of any economist. Now, what this is looking at is, if the current asking price is $399,900, how high should we go over the list price? Now, we don't really know, but if you were to look at where the home was when it was purchased, it was the last sale was in 2020, and it sold for around $285,000. In May of 2021, it appreciated quite a lot, because for the last 2 years, we have seen 20% increase in value year over year. So the anticipation is that that will start to slow because affordability has plummeted. What someone is able to afford in this market has gone down. So if I had $200,000 to spend last year and then $200,000 to spend this year I would get far lesser of a house than I did last year, the year before. So that is how affordability is going down. But we do see the market increasing and appreciating over time. So if this is the current market value, we do anticipate by next year, it will go up about 6%, or to about $425,000. So if you were to bid over asking, how quickly would you make up the money that you spent overpaying for the property now? So as you can see, by 2027, which most people are going to own the home for at least 5 years, the 5-year forecasted appreciation is $101,000 based on 4.62% average year over year appreciation. And so if you are going to overbid by $25,000 on a house that's listed at $400,000, which seems like a lot, in 13 months, you're going to make up that amount in appreciated value. And over 5 years, you're going to make up that value by $100,000, and you're going to get the house you want. So we are still in a seller's market. Prices are not forecasted to come down. And that's really very reliable, because unless all of a sudden there were builders building, 5 times what they've been able to build for the last several years, we are not going to have a drastic increase in inventory. That's just not going to happen. So we do expect the interest rates to hold steady for a little bit here. We do expect there to be more multiple offer situations as the fear of the interest rates spiking comes down, and we realize that prices are correcting. So prices are coming back down to earth. We're not seeing any of those crazy high prices. So we are anticipating we might see some of those more multiple offers come back. But if that drives prices up, then inflation is going to go crazy again, and the feds aren't going to like it, and then they're going to raise the interest rates as well. So that's what's happening right now in the real estate market. it's a great time to be a buyer because I think you're going to get a really fair price for the house. You might pay a little bit more, but you're going to make that up in the next year or two. I think it's a great time to be a seller because you're still going to get a great price on your sale, but you are going to have an opportunity to buy something at a fair price on the other side. So that's where we're at in the real estate world. I'm Miranda Alt with Keller Williams Success Realty. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back here on Monday with my Monday market update. And then on Wednesday, we will interview Eric Schroeder with Mortgage Capital Group for our Wisdom Wednesday feature. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next week.